All right, boys and girls, we're going to get started on Math Message 4.10. If you're doing the home links, it's home links 117. And if you want to work on the math boxes, it's on page 128 in your journal book. All right, let's get started with our warm-up. It says, how many squares can you build using 16 craft sticks, one whole stick for each side? Okay, so if I have to build 16, or I'm going to build a build using 16 craft sticks, and I can use one whole stick for each side. Okay, so here's one. All right, so how many would I have in there? So I have 16 altogether. All right, boys and girls, so we're going to build, there's one, we're building squares, so 2, 3, 4, that gives me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the square has 4 sides, 13, 14, 15, 16, so I could build 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, my next one is how many pentagons, and remember that penta, what it means is 5. So each side has 5. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5. Gives me 15. Might as well count them up. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives me 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me 30, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives me 35. So I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could build 7 of them. Okay, my next one is a hexagon. Remember, hexagon is 6. So if I have a 6-sided, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 plus 6 is 24. Where are we going to? 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 24 plus 6 is 30, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That looks like it's a 6, and that would give me 36. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I could build 6 of them. All right, our math message today is area and perimeter. So let's get started. So if you want to go ahead and turn to journal page 127, we can look at that. 127. Okay, for the first problem, if you want to hit pause and go ahead and try these on your own, go ahead and then come back when you're ready. On page 127, it says, use the rectangle to answer the problem. You may label the side lengths. All right, so so let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if I count those up, 6 times 7, remember 6 times 7 break that apart. Let's do 3 times 7, which would equal 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 7 would be 21. 3 times 7 equals 21. So my answer would be 42. So it's 42, and that would be square units. Remember, I always square it. Okay, and then my perimeter. Okay, remember, perimeter is just around the outside. Okay, so we got 6 plus 6, which is 12, and 7 plus 7, which is 14. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 1 plus 1 is 2. So my perimeter is 26, and it says, I guess this was centimeters, I'm sorry. 26 centimeters. Okay? All right. And if you want to go ahead and talk to somebody at home about this and list all the ways that you could find the area. Okay? First way is I could just count all the squares. Okay, next, I could count by 7s, or count by 6, I'm sorry, 7 times. And then I could break that apart if I needed to. Or I could just multiply 6 times 7. Next, you're going to list all the ways that you can find perimeter. Okay? So I could count the units. Along the sides of the rectangle. Add 6 plus 7, which equals 13, and then double 13 to get 26. Or I could double the 6 to get 12. And double the 7 to get 14. And then 12 plus 14 equals 26. All right, area and perimeter game. This is a game that you can play with a deck of cards, okay? If you go online to your Everyday Math, go to your eTools, you can get a deck of cards there, and you just need to select the deck of cards that is required for it. This is the score sheet. You would have played this here at school. This might be a little bit tougher because you need the area and perimeter cards to play at home. Okay, and but if you want to read about this, you can go to your student resource book 230, and on your student resource book it'll give you all the directions that you need in order to play the area and perimeter game. Okay, and what you do here is you shuffle all the area and perimeter cards. Okay, and then you can take turns, and I think if you go into your journal book, you can go to the back of it and it will have the cards that you can cut out. Okay, and then you can also print the game sheet online in the journal section. Okay, and go ahead and try to play the game if you want. This is a copy of the journal sheet that you would be keeping your totals with, okay? And it tells what you do. If I draw card number 2, and I have to say whether it was area or perimeter, so I'm going to draw another card, and that card's going to tell me I have to find the area or the perimeter. Say I find the area, okay, and I get a 6x5 card, okay? So a 6x5 card. So I know that 6 times 5 would be 30. So my score then would be 30. All right, boys and girls, so I guess if you play that game a couple times, that's going to help you out. Just remember to practice your area and perimeter as much as you can. Let's try one more thing here. Let's see what I can do here. Let's add another page. All right, and I want you to practice. If I have a 4 by 8, okay, so I want you to build a 4 by 8, so go ahead. So we would have a 4 by 8. And if you need to go ahead and put those squares in there, if that'll help you out, go ahead, divide that down the middle, and that down the middle, and then each one of these will give you the 8. Okay, and then that way you can count them if you need to. But I could also break this apart. This is a 4 times 8, so I could break that 4 down to 2 times 8 and 2 times 8, which would give me the 4 times 8. This would be 16 and 16, which gives me 32. So this area would be equal to 32 square units. And this is just a little bit of extra practice. For perimeter, remember, your perimeter is just going around the outside edges. Okay, so I would just add them up. You can do 8 and 8, double that. That gives me 16. 4 and 4 gives me 8. All right, so I add those up. So my perimeter is equal to 24 units. Okay, and remember, I did square units on my area. Right. Go ahead and try one more. Let's do a 3 by 5. So if I go ahead and I build a 3 by 5, and I have 3 rows. Okay, and I want to have 5. Okay, a 3 by 5. Right? My number model is 3 times 5, so my area, okay, I would just have to count up my squares, or I would do the 3 times 5, which is 15. Remember, area, we square the area, so square units. Okay, and then my perimeter is just measuring all around the outside edge. So if I have 5 up here, I'm going to have 5 down here. If I have 3 over here, I'm going to have 3 over here. Okay, I can double my 5s, I get 10. Double my 3, I get 6. So my perimeter would be 16 units. Okay, that kind of concludes Math Message 4.10.